lava caves.
Hello, this is Mr. Bacon Bits, and welcome back to Metroid Prime Remastered. It's kind of been a while. I've been busy with Resident Evil 4, the remake. But I'm back now. And yes, let's go ahead and continue on. This part, we're doing what we always do in Metroid. Explore and find new abilities. That's basically it. We made our way to Magmore Caverns after defeating a giant rock boss in Phendrana Drifts. So now we have to see where this new area of Magmore takes us. Just got... Okay. It's kind of a lot. Okay. So where are we in relation to everything else? We're a little bit away from everything else in Magmore Caverns. We're going to be making our way to this transport, though, to Talon Overworld. There is another door over here, but, well, I'll just show. Splatoon 3 got updated. Nice. But, we got something here that cannot be blown up yet. So, we'll have to keep that in mind for later. But there's something very peculiar about this room before we move on. It's kind of an elaborate puzzle to get an item. So, we have to find our starting point. And it is somewhere around here. Ah, you know what? When in doubt, 3 nearby power conduits. Okay. Yep. Have to use this. Okay. Oh, jeez. And then there's another one over here. Gotcha. Okay. We got the puzzle started. So now we need to head down there, because the lava has cooled off temporarily. Actually, I don't think it's temporary. Alright. Okay. Got in here. We gotta scan each of these, computers here. Conduits, whatever they are. Now we're on a time limit. Come on. This way. North channel door is open now. All right. Okay, come on. And there we go. Got ourselves an energy tank. And now the lava is permanently cooled off. So with that taken care of, we can make our way to the to that Talon Overworld lift. There's no other items that we can get. So I guess along the way, I feel like I kind of want to talk about some of the unused content in this game. First do this. Puddle Spore. We just have to Just have to shoot it when it opens up. And move on. But yes, unused content. The first thing that I kind of want to talk about is kind of showing off on screen some of the concepts they had for early title screens and menus. It's actually kind of interesting looking. Does kind of make you wonder what kind of vibe or feeling they were going for, until they settled on this, of course. We can just drop this on him. Yeah. Okay. We're one step closer to the edge. Come on. Hello. There we go. I was just kind of waiting for the gas clouds to disappear. And do that. Huh. Okay. So far, so good. And now we have this. You remember? I pointed this out a while ago. That we can't pass this room without the spider ball now. Careful of the camera flip that'll happen there. Don't be looking away. Don't be looking away at something else during that. All right, so we're at the Talon Overworld lift. Let's go ahead and take it. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it before, but as you get artifacts, you can go back to the artifact site and potentially gather more clues for more artifacts. So that's the first thing that I'm gonna do. Now that you see where I'm at... Yes, okay. Just made sure. It's been a while. I forgot if I got that one. But yeah, now that you know where I'm at the bottom of the root cave, I will meet you at the artifact site. Well, I didn't unlock any new clues, but you're seeing with the combination of like boost ball and the manual jump that you can get some, you can speed through some areas really quickly. Funny thing about that is that in the original game, if you use the boost ball too much, at least in early copies, I think they patched it, but in early copies of the original game on GameCube, if you used the boost ball too much, you could actually crash the game, because you're like causing the GameCube to load too many rooms at once. But I think they patched it later on so that the doors will actually stay closed until everything loads up properly. So, yeah. We are going over here because there's actually something very interesting. We can't access this tiny little room, though. That'll be for later. In fact, before I head in there, the sound of a certain item reminded me. I just gotta climb up a little bit. since we have the super missile now, we can blow open this knot on the tree. Excuse me, just kind of confusing the buttons here. It's been a while, okay? We got ourselves a missile expansion. Cool. So yes, now we're heading back over here. Huh. L button is jump out of the morph ball. I did not know that. Okay. Okay. Anyway, we're back here. We did get the other items from these areas, but now we're heading across this spider ball track here now. Sorry, I keep confusing my buttons here. Right, I keep confusing the buttons. I've played this game so many times on the GameCube. The control scheme is just kind of, you know, hardwired into my brain. Of course, dual stick aiming is what actually, like, yeah, I was able to pick up the dual stick aiming instantly, because it's just so intuitive. Right, so there's an underwater section here, and this. There's a door up here, but we can't access that, because we can't jump high enough. Yep. So we will have to come back when we get the ability to tread water more easily. Those familiar with Metroid games will know exactly what I'm talking about. But there is another thing that's interesting here. We need to climb up this tower. Hope you have enough missiles. These cracks on the pillars here, they can only be destroyed with super missiles. Actually, it says brimstone. So I don't think you need super missiles. Yeah. Okay, that actually saves ammo. So I used to use super missiles just to make it faster, but you know, 3 missiles to take these down instead of 5 each. Yeah, definitely saves on missiles. We're basically bringing the tower down so that we can get the item that's on top. Okay. Got a new enemy here. This is an Oculus. It's a wall crawler that generates electric pulses. Unfortunately, it is completely invulnerable. I don't think even the wave beam will take care of it. Nope. So what we will have to do is shoot missiles around it. Because the missiles have some sort of soft lock-on. There we go. And do that. Okay, let's keep moving. More Oculus. I feel like it's a lot easier in this one because the free look in the original one always defaulted to a certain position, which kind of made precise aiming very difficult. But with this, you can just move to wherever you want and it'll stay there. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, this looks very similar to the Super Missile upgrade, right? Except it's purple. So what is this? I mean, obviously it's for the Wave Beam. It is the Wavebuster. This powerful attack uses missiles while active. Using the Wave Beam, press and hold ZR and A or A to charge, then press R to fire. Hold ZR or A for continuous fire. This is a different type of beam combo. There's the single-use one, and then there's the continuous use one. This is one of the continuous use beam combos. It basically fires like a stream of electricity that constantly damages an enemy. And that electricity actually homes in on nearby enemies. I will give an example of it later when I have enough missiles to use it with. But yeah, it's a really cool beam combo, but it is very pricey on the missiles. Super Missile is still the most efficient beam combo, I would say, but Wavebuster is pretty powerful. But yes, I will wait until I have more missiles before I show it off. Right. So, next up on my agenda, not here, next up on my agenda, we have, according to our artifact clues, we have something in the Sun Chamber. Yeah, let's take a look at that. Truth, Strength are gotten. Elder. A tower sits atop their fortress, that's Vendrana. A sun chamber high atop our ruined home became the nest of a great beast. So, we're gonna go ahead and get the Artifact of Wild, shall we? Let's get to a place where we won't get attacked. So, yes, we are heading... Come on. We are heading to the Sun Chamber here, and in order to do that, we have to make our way over to this transport through this way. So I'm going to do a little bit of backtracking so I can end up here, and I'll meet you back. Okay. Made it back here to this Magmoor Caverns transport. Let us head into this door, because we're going to make our way back to the Sun Chamber. Let's just get rid of the pests here, shall we? Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, we have to head up this spider ball track, but there is some runic symbols in the way. We need to find 4 runic symbols, and so that we can, like, move those panels aside. There are 2 out in the open. One right here. And one right here. The other 2 are behind these cordite ornaments. So let's go ahead and get rid of these. There we go. Nice. So we opened the way. The reason why I'm going this way to go back to the Sun Chamber is because this door right here, this entrance to the Sun Chamber, is completely blocked off by vines. You cannot go back to the Sun Chamber through this way, through the Arboretum. So you have to go in through this way. Alright. Let's head up. We have some Oculus to attend to. You gotta time things just right. Because otherwise they'll knock you off. And what was that? That was kind of creepy. I'm certain we'll see something like that soon. Still this, like, kind of decently large... It is very hard to see down here. But it's kind of a decently large underwater segment where there's nothing in it. I always found that kind of weird. What do we got here? Prepare to fight one of the most annoying enemies in this game. Chozo Ghost. Bioelectric field invulnerable to natural energies. The only way to track them accurately is with X-ray scanning. We don't have X-ray scanning. This partially phased nature makes them invulnerable to natural energy types such as fire, ice, and electricity. Not technically energy, but whatever. Their aggressive and erratic behavior is most likely due to the corrupting effects of Phazon in the Talon 4 environment. So yes, throughout the Chozo Ruins, now, these Chozo ghosts will be appearing in various rooms to attack you. The worst part about it is that a lot of the times you will have to fight them in order to progress, because the doors get locked out. And yes, the power beam is the only way to damage them. Now, you can use super missiles as a quick way to damage them, but you have to time it right, because they do phase in and out of existence. But this is working out pretty well without having to use missiles. Being able to freely look while moving is a definite boon. You can also kind of tell where they're going to end up based on their flight patterns. There we go. For defeating all the Chozo ghosts here, we got access to the Artifact of Wild. And those vines blocking the door got taken care of. So let's go ahead and grab this artifact. All right. 3 out of 12 gotten. So, now that we can go back through there, this will make backtracking through certain places much easier. I'm looking to go back to the ruined fountain here. So, we'll do that real quick. Ow! Okay. Okay. Mental note, if you get caught in those tangle vines or venom weeds or whatever, you cannot use the morph ball jump. So that's why I got stuck there. Alright, jump down here. Oh. Interesting. Never saw that before. Alright, we are back at the ruined fountain. There is a missile expansion here. Right there. Guarded by a spider ball track. So let's go ahead and get that real quick. Yeah, we need to be inside the fountain when it erupts. There we go. Now it's just a matter of following this track to the missile expansion. Okay. Now, we can't do anything past these rooms yet, so we'll leave that for now. We are heading to... yes. We are heading to the Watery Hall, because we can access this room now. So let's go ahead and do that. I'll just be heading from here to the Arboretum, Gathering Hall, Watery Hall. So I'll meet you there. Okay, we're here at the Watery Hall. We still can't do anything in the water just yet. Is that see-through? Oh yeah, it is see-through. Okay. Sorry, I had to do that. It just kind of looked interesting. But yes, we are heading back to where we got the charge beam specifically, because there is a room adjacent to it. Past these ions here. Okay. We can head in here now. As to why I didn't do this before, if it's just blocked by something that needs the bomb, well, we won't be able to get everything in here if we did that. Because yes, a spider ball track. First, though, a missile expansion right here. And another one right up here. 2 missile expansions in the same room. This happens a few times in the game. Not very often, but yeah. Now, I passed through it before, but we are heading back to the Gathering Hall because, if you will remember, there is a missile expansion in this room, at the very top of it. So, I will be doing that. Thanks to the space jump boots, we can climb this room much easier. So yes, there's a missile expansion above this door. Hi, Shriek Bats. Okay, missiles don't work on that. We have to bomb it. And there we go. So, I keep confusing these buttons. I'm very sorry about that. Now that we're here, we are heading to... Yes, we are heading to the energy core here. Actually, the furnace. We're heading to the furnace, because we've gotten everything in the energy core. So, just a little bit of maneuvering. I can go ahead and, like, zoom through here. Damn. Okay. There we go. But yes, now that we're heading back to the furnace, we can go up this way. Prepare a boost. simply because of that. Yeah, prepare some boosts and jumps. You can do this with morph ball bombs, by the way, if you know that you need to time things right. Okay. So, first things first, I'm looking up to scan these. This is a new subspecies of parasites, plated parasite. Those cannot be killed. And we have a new Chozo lore here. What is this otherworldly pestilence that infests the land, seeking out life in its blind need for corruption? And where did the meteor that brought it originate? Was it crafted by alien hands, or is it a roving chunk of a planet that suffered a violent end? Our minds quail in horror at the thought that long ago, in some corner of the universe as yet unseen by our eyes, an entire planet was perhaps once coated with this great poison. Whatever cataclysm may have ruptured that doomed place must have been mighty indeed, and if other meteors from it spread through space, bearing this evil to the far corners of the universe, we hold fast to the hope that this is not so, that the only surviving remnants of this evil are here, on Talon 4. Then, at least, there is hope for its eradication. Kind of foreshadowing events in Metroid Prime 3, which wasn't actually in the original version of this game. They like redid some of the Chozo lores for this because you know, they originally developed this game to only be one game, and then when they decided to make a trilogy, they promptly redid all of the lores. So right. I'm wondering why. Right. Okay. Because there's no way to access those yet. So this is the only way we can go. Interesting. We now entered a place in the Chozo Ruins where it's a little bit eerie, I should say. Okay, so there is a lot over here at the crossway. These are white doors which we can't go through. There's 8 Chozo lores. Wow. 3 Chozo lores that we can scan here. So let's go ahead and take care of those. Get ready for some reading. To the Entrusted One. That's me! If you read these words, then our hope has not been in vain. Your path is fraught with danger. Monstrosities beyond description lurk in the shadows, starving, hunting for prey, searching for ways to quench the poisonous urges that bloom in their brains. Some of these are shrewd, but they are blinded by their evil designs. Believing in the black promise of the great poison, they seek to harness it for their own ends. It is these last that are the greatest danger. When you rid the universe of these creatures, you will be the true Entrusted One. Okay.
Recorded to logbook.
None know if our temple, the Cradle, will prove powerful enough to contain this evil forever. For now, it wraps around that abomination, cutting it off from the world above. However, we believe the power of Cipher, which has been produced by linking the 12 artifacts, should be strong enough. The fate of this world is now left to the one who will collect all the artifacts in the future. The time when the Entrusted One knows is approaching. Yep. We're doing exactly what they prophesied. Many Chozo are gifted with the distant sight, and even more begin to learn it as our harmonization with the universe becomes more and more complete. We peer forward, seeing prophecy in the ripples of the water, hearing rumors of coming days on the breath of the wind. Though we celebrate the distant sight, many of these visions are dark. The worst of the prophecies, and the most common, tells of the coming of the worm. Born from parasites, nurtured in a poisoned womb, the worm grows, devouring from within, until the world begins to rot. Not all prophecies come to pass, of course, but we cannot help but fear this dark portent. Well, unfortunately, that did coming to pass. Before moving on from this crossway, there is some things that we can do. First of all, this is a cordite thing, so let's smash it. Reveals something that we can scan. And now, we have to do some, Tony Hawk shit. There we go. Now I have to activate this other one. Okay. Piston go down, we enter piston. Piston goes up. We reap reward. I don't know why I started talking like that. Just never mind. we got that taken care of, so let's move on. Okay. Ooh, pretty. There. Get rid of these things here. Wonder what this says. Only the holder of 12 shall face the worm. Yeah. Most of those are just kind of nonsense we know before. That looks very familiar. First, let's go in here. Because we got ourselves a new station. This is a missile station. We can refill our missiles. Finally came across one of these. There's only like 2 or 3 in the entire game. It's really weird. But yes. Now that I have full missiles, I won't be able to show off the Wavebuster. Because I can't use it against these things. Oh well, though. There we go. I thought that super missile would have done the trick. I don't think it hit it directly head-on. There we go. Yeah, we'll have to get used to this.
Doors unlocked.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Recorded to logbook.
Okay, so now, let's read this. Things bound to earthly shapes are temporal and frail. Existing in a single dimension, they are fragile, vulnerable, and ultimately mortal. However, not all things obey this law. Shapeless, they wait beyond the realm of perception, emerging only when one arrives who can feel their presence. Such is the will of the Chozo. Our will to defeat the evil seeping into this planet remains. We desire only to see the darkness meet its end. The will of the Chozo has no mind or reasoning of its own, though. This will be the entrusted one's trial. Very nice. We have but one thing to do. This is what Samus usually does when she meets a Chozo statue with outstretched hands. And be prepared to use your spider ball. This opens something very interesting. 3 morph ball slots of different colors. We can get up there through this way. Now, we can't open these with beams because erratic energy wavelength, comprised of energy signature that appears to be affected by cold. And then this one that appears to be affected by heat. So, these are morph ball slots that are opened up through different beams. So let's see what this one does. Okay. A new path has been opened. Let's take this new path. And those things open up again, in case you need to go back here. Fortunately, though, we can get rid of this energy field right here, which will make jumping back up here much easier. So yes, those morph ball slots activate different things in this room. So we will come back when we have different beams. Hello. When I first played this game, this statue right here kind of scared the crap out of me. Because it looked like because the room was a lot darker than this, and it just looked like something was staring right at me once I entered the door. You would see why I would be scared, right? What did that say? Okay. So, there's something keeping the drainage pool... Yeah, there's something keeping the drainage pool filled. We need to drain the water. Let's do this. Sorry, fish. This is another, like, giant half-pipe thing. Let's use the boost ball so that we can gain access to the upper level. There's stone toads everywhere, so just be careful. Okay, there are a couple of missile doors here. Let's go ahead and take this one. Aha! We've got the ice beam! Use X and down on the D-pad to switch to the ice beam. This weapon can open ice doors. So yes, you can also freeze enemies in place. Unfortunately, you can't use them as platforms. Not in this game. So yes, we can head through there, but I suggest not to, oddly enough. But we've got ourselves a save station here, and I think that's actually a good spot to stop at. So, we've done a lot in this part. Next part, we will be using the ice beam to, get a very valuable movement upgrade. This has been Mr. Bacon Bits with Metroid Prime Remastered. Stay safe, happy, and healthy. And, yeah. I will see you guys on the next part.